Hi, this is Bruce. I'm at the Churchyard Garden here on the grounds of Holy Family Community Center, 17th and Izzard Street in North Downtown Omaha. The garden boxes look amazing this year. There are really people engaged in gardening, thinking about it, learning about it, reading about it, coming up and tending it regularly. I want to talk to you today about the weather. The weather is changing. It's going to get warmer. We're going to be in the mid-70s and then it's going to climb. It could be drier. Two things are going to happen. We're going to need to water and we're going to need to weed. There are four important things to gardening. One is planting. On the tail end of that is harvesting. And in between, watering and weeding are really important, and they're easy to do in May, and they're pretty easy to do in June, and in July and August then it gets a little more difficult. So get those weeds knocked down and get those plants established by weeding right now and watering correctly. So weeding, just pull up the weeds. If you didn't plant it, get it out of your garden space. If you don't recognize it, get it out of there. If it doesn't look like something you seeded, get it out of there. If it doesn't match something next to it in a line, you probably didn't plant it. So pull it up with your hands. That works. Also, pull it up with your hands if it's in the walkways between our boxes. They've been mulched, but the weeds will come up. If all of us will just weed the area around our boxes, we can keep it down, keep it pretty, and keep the weeds and those seeds from those weeds from spreading. A tool that's really handy is this oscillating tool, back and forth tool, a stirrup tool. It's a great cutting tool. Just use it to cut back and forth. It cuts off the weeds just right below the surface of the soil, and you can just let them lay there if you want to. Otherwise, collect them and put them in a pile. Hopefully someday we'll have a nice compost pile we can throw them in. For now, make a pile somewhere. Leave them on the ground. I don't care. Just kill the weeds. The other thing that we need to do is we need to use the tool with the water in it. So this wand is going to help you water, and here's the tip. Don't water the plant, water the soil. We don't really want to get our plants wet. That doesn't help them, and it spreads mildew, it spreads disease, it spreads pathogens. Water the soil, don't wet the leaves, don't broadcast it. That's why we don't use sprinklers and stick them in the middle of the garden and let them go. Here's an idea. Maybe, since we have so many gardeners and everybody wants to come sometimes, but not all the times, maybe we could just agree with one another that I will water yours on Monday if you'll water mine on Thursday. We could connect through the internet in that manner and make a schedule so that you're taking care of 2 or 3 boxes and everybody doesn't have to get here if they don't want to. In the heat of the summer, it's important to give our beds 1 inch of water, and I say every 3 days, 4 days at the max. When it's hot and it's sunny and it's dry and your plant is large and transpiring a lot of water through its leaves, you're going to want to get up here every 3 days and get some water deeply into the soil. Not just a little bit, not just wet the soil. Let it soak in. Think about how you're flooding 1 inch of water into your box.